So, Robert, what is a book that you're currently reading and how's it going so far?
So currently, so I'm kind of eclectic. I'll jump back and forth between different books and whatnot. But I think really what I'm doing is I'm working a lot on different books, illustrating a lot. I've recently written my own as well. So that's in the works. I can't talk too much about that, but written it, written one. But I really haven't been really dedicated to reading anything in particular lately. I would say within the last 6 months, to be honest, because I've been so busy with illustrating and creating my own stories.
Yeah, is there ever a point where, you can read something while you're working on a book? Have you ever done that before?
So reading while I'm working, the only time I'll ever do that is if I'm looking for inspiration. I'm because I guess whenever I'm working on a book, when it comes to any kind of entertainment, because reading is a huge part of entertainment, but when it comes to entertainment, a lot of times I'll look at things that are visual, like visual storytelling, like a film or something like that, that can kind of show me um interesting ways to tell a story visually, or just kind of like how did they show this emotion at this point, or how did they create an appealing character even though that character was not such a great person. So those kinds of things are the things I look for in film. When it comes to reading, and because it's tough, because what I'm doing a lot of times is I'm drawing and I'm looking at what I'm doing very
Mm.
carefully. So if I go ahead and read something, I'm immediately pulling my attention from what I'm doing. So I think reading is something that I do either when I'm writing, or if I'm outside of illustration,
Gotcha.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that. That was so insightful. And just also curious, because I really wanted to know, could you read picture books while you're illustrating one, you
So I
know?
think, yeah, so yeah, I mean, you can in a sense, but it's only if I'm illustrating one, the only way I can do that while I'm actually physically doing it would
Mhm.
be using it for reference.
Right.
What is their language like? What is if there is a particular cadence that I admire, is that a cadence that I can use for reference in my own work? Or I can share with an author or anybody I'm working with, hey, this looks nice. I like the way that this moves. Do you think you can add this? Or maybe you can talk to the publisher and see if this can be adjusted? Or even like, yeah, but I mean, like, when it comes to reading outside of that, because I'll be working on a book, but if I'm not working in the day and it comes to the nighttime, I like to read to my daughter. I have tons and tons of books in her library, and we read all the time.